Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing Urabrask's Warleader, which combos together Urabrask's Forge and Warleader's Call. There's other great amount of cards that combo well with our Warleader's card, like the Searslicer Goblin and the Skitterbeam Battalion. It's a Boros deck, so we're focusing on red and white cards. If this sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, recently voted 2025's most awesomest dude by Top Shelf Honey Magazine, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon SuckIt. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck of my own creation. Well, it's created by some dude named Dr. Yukonosaurus Rex SuckIt. Yeah. So what the deal is that this late in the meta, with the new set coming out tomorrow, there's just nothing good. Nothing good's out there. So I just dug deep into my archives. I ended up finding a deck called Urabrask's Warleader. And so I pulled it up, and 4 of the cards were completely illegal. And that's a great opportunity to go and just refill it with other stuff of recent tidings. Then I twisted and twisted and twisted and played it and twisted, and this is what we ended up with. Now the deal is that I still feel like it can use some more adjustments. But I got some tremendous early game scores out of this, so I'm thinking it's enough to actually record and show, and future plays of with adjustments to it might just be something we do later. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it works, and then we'll go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got Authority of the Consuls, which creatures your opponent control enter tapped, and whenever an opponent creature enters, you gain a life. So suck it, opponent's creatures. This gets rid of enchantments, specifically get rid of Authority of the Consuls, provided it's your opponent's and not your own, because that's the one card that completely shuts your deck down. So get rid of it. Just save this for that kind of crap. Bitter Reunion helps you go and find cards. 3 points of damage, hopefully to our opponent's face. This guy puts out Bebes, which with Warleader's Call will mean more damage being dealt. And this anytime you attack. And guess what you're doing every turn? You're attacking. Because hopefully you got Urabrask Forge, and that guy's going to attack. I don't care. As long as he doesn't have some sort of weird life linker that can defend and stay alive. Because guess what? Every time Urabrask Forge comes out, that's 1 point of damage being dealt. Plus, these guys are also pumped up by +1/+1. Nice popo because of the glorious anthem that is Warleader's Call. Brotherhood's End will either destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less, or we'll do 3 points of damage to each creature and planeswalker, and we will use it gratuitously. Day of Judgment wipes the board. Possibly too many of these in this deck, but whatevs. And Skitterbeam Battalion to finish things off. Minimum of 5 mana. You throw it out there with 1 Warleader's Call. That'll be 3 points of damage when it comes in place. Plus, then you have 3 hasty 3/3s doing then 9 points of damage. So that's a total of 12 points of damage with just 1 Warleader's Call and no defenders. If you had 2 of them out, you're going to be doing 18 points of damage, which is fantastic. All right, we got damage being dealt by our Abraded Bluffs. And then we got this guy coming out dual and fast. All right, that's the deck. What are we going to do? Slow people down, control things a little bit if we have to. But in reality, we're just going to burn through our deck as quickly as possible so we can lay down Urabrask Forge and Warleader's Call and just come at them. If things start getting hairy, we wipe the boards with things like Brotherhood's End and Day of Judgment, finishing off with the Skitterbeam Battalion. All right, that's it. That's how we do it. Now, before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's talk about what is best. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. And we're playing against TimDuneSPICECOP. No. All right, we can try that. I'll give it a Day of Judgment just because it's the most expensive thing in my hand. Hi, how's it doing? Hi. God, I just, you know, the funny part, I never want to give up Bid a Reunion because everything else in my hand is awesome. We'll just choke it back. That's the thing we gotta get rid of. A lot like that. All right, Skitterbeam is gonna take too long. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. I hate it. I love you, Skitterbeam. But we're looking for mana. We don't have the mana. Come on, mana. Come on, I said it. Mana. There we go. I'll get out Urabrask Forge just because I can pump those dudes up later with the Warleader's Call. And his Brotherhood's Inn might be a nice choice here in the near future. At least we can play everything in our hand, which is great. You don't care. All right, we need to wipe the board, unfortunately. He doesn't have the mana. He's got... Yeah, we're cool. A little board wipe action here would be fantastic. Gone. And hello, who is it? It's Urabrask Forgeling. I'm coming to ask you if you've been introduced to the wonderful way of Amway. All right, he's running out of stuff to do. That's fantastic. I'm going to go for the other Urabrask Forge. All right, raging. He'll just block one of them. That'll be fine. That's the last time you block that guy. Of course, you got a couple of maps up there. You're welcome. Is he really just going to go for that? What do we got up here? Curious Forager, returning things from the graveyard. Not cool. Brotherhood's Inn should be able to help out. Need to keep this guy under 3, so hopefully he'll avoid that. Nope, he's now beyond my ability to deal with. All right, come on. I got things to do, man. Oh, he skipped it. All right, let's bait him. Let's see. If I can get him with the Brotherhood's End at this point, that'd be awesome. Go. Nope, he just jumped it. That mistake he just made was probably the worst move I could have at this point. I was really hoping to kill his Llanowar Elf. Now he's saved it. And I won't be able to do anything good, because if I want to wipe the board, I can't put out Searslicer. I'll throw out Warleader's Call, I'll be fine, but disappointing. Hopefully he'll just choke it back and defend next turn there, and that'd be fine. guy's made a couple of mistakes for a Spice Cop. Yeah, he's going defense. Cool. I mean, no, leave him. You want to let that guy. You don't want to tap him. You got a single card. You think you're cool. All right, he's up to 6 still. Okay, I can just totally rage these guys. It's fine. We're coming. I'm interested to see what happens here. He's going to let that one chew. Ooh, should I just kill the other? I could kill both, can't I? And we win! Victory! Break up! All right, put against Adam Balm. Cool. Super cool. Now we just got to dig ourselves up to 3, though. What do you think you're doing? Since you got to take Brotherhood in, or I'm just Brotherhood in that bat. There you go. You made the right move. Now, so I just got to pan out these Urabrask forges as quickly as possible. Black does not have the ability to take out artifacts. He can do enchantments, but not artifacts. It's a huge problem for him. What I gotta watch out is for mono black combos. Like demons and the like. I'm surprised who's got this stuff going on with the bat. Like, what's the deal with all that, man? Alright, let's go. Take you to Pound Town. He doesn't know about the get lost. Those are beyond his ability to see. I'll just get lost that thing. Don't touch my stuff. All right. Let's play with the pie. Do a little trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treat! You can make your bat buff. You can get him up to a 3, which will bring you up to... Oh, that pins me down. I'll have to get lost that thing. You think you have the solution there, but you could see the get lost. Playing defense might have been your better recourse of action. Gone. Another one back in the hand. And let's send in the stormtroopers. That looks a lot like 9 points of damage. Winner, winner! Victory dinner. I'm playing against Reverb. 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 All right, we got to save this for something special. Oh, it's a squishy toad. It's funny, I thought I was just going to ignore that thing. I wasn't going to waste to get lost on it. Eat it. Eat that arm while gone. Urabrask comes out. Swinging for one. I could play Day of Judgment next turn. I might have to just hold off for a little bit. Wait till he flushes the board out a little bit. I could take it. All right, it's all about control at this point. I don't think he could deal out 13 points of damage. All right, let's lay it out. This is it for you, baby. Three across the board. Everybody's gone. All right, I could peel off the Overlord as we get closer if that comes down to that. I just gotta hope he doesn't get any more hasty guys. Question is, what did he pop? There we go, there's a jerk. Alright, we cleared the board. Ah, FOMO, huh? All in. And he's down to 1 mana. Oh, I just need 1 more mana. I could have shot him. 1 edge point. I can't do anything to protect myself. That's 3, I believe. Is that what it is? Yeah, 3. And we win. All right, we are playing against Harpoon. Abraded Bluffs, sure, why not? Let's do the damage early, especially when we can't do anything with the mana anyway. Another shot. I'm thinking Brotherhood in is going to be a big deal here. So I'm going to skip the whole bitter reunion thing for the moment. Yeah, see, that's just going to wipe dudes out. I don't have any dudes to put out. Another Warleader's call. We're going to go nuts on Skitterbeam Battalion on the next turn. Hopefully he doesn't have a counter spell on him. That would be extraordinarily bad. Don't be countering. There we go. Come on, let's do it. We had enough to kill that turn. We did. He managed to nail off the one guy. So what do I got? Lightning Strike, potentially? Still, that's only 3. I got to get one more point through somehow. They lived. He killed one. Let the other one live. Let the other one live. Nothing to it. This is a good turn in my hand. What a jerk. Oh. The horror. Still, we got to get one more mana from someplace. All right, there you go. We just win. And we win. Suck it, sucker fish. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't about to kill ya. Victory. I've been against Somiat or 1997. Look at those Brotherhood in. This is a poor deck. Poor hand right there. I might mulligan this one. I'll keep it. Dang it. I love 7 cards too much. All right, pulling nothing but lands is a really bad draw. We start off with a bad hand, went into a bad everything here. Brothers Hidden can take out Urabrask Forge, though. So I try to bait him and putting out a second one. Let's do that. We'll see if he's got a second one in his hand. Nope. All right, Space Turkey, let's keep moving. At least you put out another artifact, makes you feel better. You feel better about sacrificing that? Shots! And 2 more. All right, so we got lethal next turn. He'll probably just wipe the board or something. I'm hoping he cannot do that. Yeah, there's his board wipe. Do I just want to take that thing out? I got plenty of life. Let's just see what happens here. Oh. You give one up, right? I'm not touching any cards. I don't want you to know what things are going to happen here. That was disappointing. We did lower the elephant down. Do I want to blow away the elephant again? Let's just do it. I got a Skitterbeam Battalion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's enough to win the game. In fact, I probably could have just done on this last turn. That's fine. I don't need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not enough, but probably enough. But he doesn't have any mana left. There we go. We're cool to go. Oh. Yeah, I was just messing around so much. I nearly screwed myself over. And we win. Urabrask. What are these guys? Skitterbeams for the victory. All right, so here we are with Urabrask Warleader version Foundation. It was a great deck. It was a really good deck. I had tremendous victories with it, and it did a really good job. I feel like it might be a little heavy-handed, specifically Day Judgment. We probably have too many of those in there. You know, there's a lot of 4s that don't need to be 4s. And sometimes they show up a little bit too often. But you start cutting your decks a little bit too much, and you start getting a lot of something else instead of those cards. And they are all incredibly useful. So maybe we'll make adjustments to it. It's hard to say. Tomorrow starts Aether Drift, and we'll probably be racing around in go-karts or something like that, rather than playing Magic cards with real things. But, you know, we play with what we're given. That's our nature as Magic card players. Let's get to it then. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? It was Warleader's call. I mean, it's called Wallcaller, right? And the reason I'm not giving it to Urabrask is just because Skitterbeam did such a fantastic job with the Urabrask call. Searslicer did such a good job with it. Yeah, it's basically things that put out a lot of little dudes, and that's what Warleader's call just completely maximizes. So yeah, Warleader's call, you are the MVP of this particular deck. Congratulations. You're going to Disneyland. All right, let's get to it. Was this deck competitive? I ended up having a 71% win rate with this deck. 71. That is a tremendous victorious number there. Might have just been some luck. I don't know. But it did very well. It's got a nice aggro feel to it. So, yeah, I did appreciate it. I thought it was good. And it did a very good job of winning. When I was on the ladder, it did a good job. So, yeah, it was a competitive deck. Number 2, was this deck fun? Yep. Totes my goats, it was. Why was it fun? Urabrask Forge and Warleader's Call, great combo together. Just because you have that constant, like, hit. You know, doing the damage, causing it down. It's like a machine. Plus, you got Skitterbeam Battalion or Warleader's Call. That is such a fantastic combo as well. It's nice that Warleader's Call pumps everything up, so these guys come out as, you know, 3/3s. When I had 2 of those guys out, they came out as 4/4s, plus did 6 points of damage. That was, what is that, like 18 points, right? Because you have 12 haste and then 6 points otherwise. So it's 18, but just dropping it down. I just had to get up to 5 mana to get there. This deck could use a little bit of mana ramp, you know, I don't know, a little treasure action or something. That's something to think about. Authority of the Consuls was really good at pinning people down. So made this deck have a lot more opportune time to go on. Really good. So, yeah, big time. I thought this deck was incredibly fun to play. Lastly, was this deck interesting? Well, you know, against the current meta, this is a weird deck. You don't see things like it. I mean, sure, we've got Warleader's Call and Urabrask Forge being played other places. But putting that together with Authority of the Consuls, board wipe, you know, that's the deal. You know why Get Lost is in here? Is because if somebody plays Authority of the Consuls against me, Urabrask Forge is completely useless, especially even with Warleader's Call. You get it out, these guys can attack. I'm doing a point of damage, but they're gaining it back. So I needed something to get rid of enchantments, and that's what Get Lost does. Is it gets rid of enchantments like Authority of the Consuls. Yeah, Get Lost is a fantastic card because there's so much you could do. Get rid of creatures, enchantments, planeswalkers, walkers. It was totally worth it. Yep. So there we go. Yeah, it was an interesting deck just because we're playing with cards you don't see in the meta at this moment. All right, so let's add this up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. All right, so this makes it into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice, I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.